The devastating epidemic of jaundice in the year 1956 in Delhi, which distressed the nation on a large scale, called for an urgent need for establishing a research institute on public health in this country. Rising to the occasion, the engineers and scientists of CSIR established CFERI, the Central Public Health Engineering Research Institute, in the year 1958 under the dynamic leadership of Shri N.V. Modak, then chairman of the Public Health Engineering Research Committee of CSIR as its founder director. As the institute progressed, accentuating the national priorities of urban and rural areas, the scope and mandate of CFERI also advanced towards new horizons. Realizing the need for a broader vision, Srimati Indira Gandhi, the then Prime Minister of India and President CSIR, during her first visit to the institute on the 2nd of January 1974, renamed CFERI as NEERI, the National Environmental Engineering Research Institute. Situated amongst the thick forest in the Orange City, Nagpur, it has a decisive origin and a distinctive past that encompasses the entire vistas of R&D in the field of environmental engineering, science and technology. Nisargo Rakshati Rakshitaha. You protect nature, nature will protect you. Defend to be sheltered, protect to be protected. Save nature to save thyself. As we navigate through the technological and industrial revolution of the present era, surpassing and overriding all the ethical norms, for economical security, science has changed radically, from basics to frontiers of fusion, and rapidly changing technological development has put a price tag that was neither anticipated nor envisaged, deteriorating the global environmental quality, threatening the very existence of the human species on Earth. Unkind industrial and economic progress has brought us to the brink of global disaster. Breaking all the barriers, we have overlooked the environmental values that help sustenance of our existence on this planet Earth. We have been overriding all the natural and environmental norms, overriding the principle of green chemistry and a technological approach to achieve financial security. In our zeal for industrial and economic growth, we have ignored the basic laws of nature. We have polluted our rivers, felled our trees, created xenobiotics, and used up energy resources. Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Nature has enough for everyone's need, but not for man's greed." We now face the consequence of this and need to deal with global warming, excessive to scanty rains, melting glaciers and rising sea levels. The entire phenomenon is directly attributed to violation of nature's law of self-sustenance on Earth. Development and progress are essentials of life, but not at the cost of environmental disasters. With the sudden upsurge of unknown diseases like bird flu or the recent tsunami in South Asian countries, is by sure nature's signals to intellectuals to act now before it is too late. Slowly and steadily we are progressing towards unknown darkness, and the time has come to correct what has been wrongly done and surge ahead with care and caution. The principles of green must not be violated any further. Unplanned economic development will only lead us towards disaster, and hence, now, the stress must be economy that is in tune with ecology, development that helps diversified interest, progress that has provisions, and research that leads to sustainable development. Unless we follow the path of sustainable development, nature may finally take over to repeat the history of evolution. At Csir-Neeri, with its headquarters at Nagpur and 5 zonal centers located at Chennai, Delhi, Hyderabad, Kolkata and Mumbai, the concern for a sustainable future is more than just a fond hope. The vision and the mission. It is the vision and the mission that has transformed Csir-Neeri from a specialized research institute into an active partner in protecting the future. A future that is threatened by polluted air, by putrid water in poisoned rivers and lakes, on denuded land and sterile soil. Csir-Neeri is striving hard to provide scientific solutions that will sustain life on Earth tomorrow. Csir-Neeri's founding and successive directors have contributed to its strength and expertise by providing dynamic leadership, with the continued support of various divisions dedicated to extensive research on many environmental aspects. Taking Csir-Neeri from strength to strength is its present director, Csir-Neeri is proud to have achieved significant breakthroughs, doing in-depth studies of air, water, land and forests, in correcting the problems of yesterday, finding solutions for today, and giving sustainable technologies for tomorrow. Exhaustive data on air quality monitoring of metropolitan cities of India has empowered Csir-Neeri to help maintain the air quality standards for delineation of air pollution management plans on a national level. Confound air quality in urban cities is the prime suspect affecting general health of species with chemicals and toxic trace metals found beyond acceptable limits in the air. Stringent actions on Csir-Neeri's recommendations based on source apportionment studies have helped the government in suggesting remedial measures to keep the air clean. Constant interactions between the Central Pollution Control Board and its allied state units, Csir-Neeri has been helpful not only in generating a national database on air quality, but also in the implementations of various remedial measures to provide clean air nationwide. Scientific analytical equipment designed and developed at Csir-Neeri, such as air samplers, organic vapor samplers, and respirable dust samplers are being used extensively by Csir-Neeri and various research organizations for their accuracy and simplified workability in the assessment of air quality. At Csir-Neeri, the problems of today and the challenges of tomorrow are dealt with equal ease. Committed to societal aspirations, Csir-Neeri scientists have come forward to provide solutions on water quality assessment and purification, be it field testing of arsenic or iron removal, defluoridation by the Nalgonda technique, or simple slow sand filtration. The journey of scientific research with simple technologies by Csir-Neeri has helped the people of remote areas in a candid way. In the recent floods at Bioremediation in Rajasthan, Csir-Neeri was called in to provide quick solutions to purify water for drinking purposes. The Csir-Neeri technique provided big relief to the poor local population. Respecting ancient Indian culture, Csir-Neeri has provided valuable findings and solutions to clean the river Ganga and the river Yamuna. Sharing responsibilities towards our nation, Csir-Neeri is committed to contributing to society with far-reaching results and to provide relief to the underprivileged. Provisions of sustained water resources management in remote Himalayan villages with specific reference to rainwater harvesting and environmental protection of natural streams for safe drinking water supply using Csir-Neeri's slow sand filtration technology has been installed successfully by Csir-Neeri. In addition, the supply and distribution of drinking water has been designed using natural gravity through public standpost with available resources, a step towards sustainable development. Recycling of resources for environmental conservation is perhaps one of the most sought-after solutions based on principles of better management, wastewater treatment of industrial effluents, or municipal wastewater. Solutions by Csir-Neeri are front-runners all over. Many such CETPs designed and developed by Csir-Neeri for all types of industries is indeed an achievement par excellence. Be it for textiles, leather tanneries, municipal corporations, fertilizers or petroleum refineries. If there is a problem, Csir-Neeri has a solution which is clean, green and sustainable. O powerful waters, I might have violated the laws of nature, knowingly or unknowingly, foolishly or impudently. Take away whatever is wrong or deficient in me. Aging is inevitable, and so is development. As the population of our nation grows, needs and consumptions grow too, leading to exploitation of natural resources. An unplanned and unscientific approach to this leads to depletion of non-renewable natural resources, creating mine-spoil dumps, polluting water bodies, poisoning farms and fields, and receding eco-sensitive mangroves where biodiversity thrives. At Csir-Neeri, restorations are based on bioremediation and applying the principles of nature's law of self-sustenance. In collaboration with MOIL, Manganese Ore India Limited, Csir-Neeri has successfully revegetated mine-spoil dumps to lush green forests in a short span, using bioremediation so much so that the animals and bird species from neighboring areas have started migrating to otherwise a barren, stripped mine soil dump at Gumgaon. Csir-Neeri's technology has equally worked wonders for iron mine spoil dumps, zinc tailing sites and coal mines, all changed into exuberant forests, bringing back the glory of nature. With a firm belief in bioremedial solutions for environmental care, various studies have been conducted at Csir-Neeri, such as bioremediation of chemically contaminated as well as silt-affected agricultural land at Kandla and Goa respectively. The development of biochemical processes for treatment of industrial emissions, deodorization of industrial emission of pyridine and chlorobenzene, an integrated green chemistry-based biotechnological approach for the treatment of high organic containing wastewater from the food industry, finding solutions for the safe disposal of hazardous waste. Csir-Neeri has successfully developed the protocol for Zwari Industries for the safe disposal of hazardous waste containing arsenic. At Csir-Neeri, we do not find solutions, we simply invent them. And perhaps this is what makes Csir-Neeri stronger day by day. Biodegradable plastics from wastewater, anaerobic production of hydrogen, and remediation of a degraded ecosystem. At Csir-Neeri, analytical techniques for detection of dioxins and furans, which are highly toxic organic pollutants found in parts per trillion levels, has also been developed successfully. Similarly, tap-attachable gadgets for removing persistent organic pollutants, POPs, like pesticides, have also been developed at Csir-Neeri. And the search goes on with the wisdom of light. When the judiciary needs the facts to provide judgment, when industry needs processes for remedial measures, when the civic authorities need wastewater treatment plants to save precious water, and when the nation needs clean air, potable water, thick forest, and a self-sustained environment, Csir-Neeri stands tall and firm. Using wastewater from a parboiled rice mill for aquaculture and low-cost fish feed developed as a source of income for the locals has been successfully developed and demonstrated by Csir-Neeri in Gondia, Maharashtra, for the benefit of the rural population. Some of the projects which Csir-Neeri is involved in include assessment of GHG, greenhouse gas emissions, example methane from municipal solid waste dump sites, and carbon dioxide and methane from hydroelectric power reservoirs. Csir-Neeri is also actively involved in the area of atmospheric brown cloud, ABC, and its impact on water resources. At Csir-Neeri, we strive hard to provide impact assessment for proposed developmental plans encompassing gigantic mountains to endless seas. Setu Samudram, a prestigious EIA study document that is not only environmental friendly, but will also save precious time and money for the shipping trade. Csir-Neeri has carried out more than 100 such EIA studies, varying from petroleum, coal, energy, chemicals, fertilizers, minerals, pharmaceuticals, and the list goes on. But Csir-Neeri does not stop. On one hand, we deal with the problems of today, and on the other, we discover the solutions we may need tomorrow. And Csir-Neeri EIA, Environmental Impact Assessment, makes that better than anyone else. Kalpasar is another prestigious project in Gujarat that envisages freshwater conservation, is a subject for detailed scope of EIA studies conducted by Csir-Neeri recently. Looking at new vistas to understand nature better, experiments at Csir-Neeri are on to develop environmental genomics for precision in understanding and combating the environmental intricacies of nature. Detection and concentration of E. coli and human enteric viruses based on PCR and gene probe has been successfully developed at Csir-Neeri, where more than 1,050 bacteria from isolates have been identified, leading to the creation of a culture bank with the help of 16S rDNA sequence data. Exploring further on the same principle, Csir-Neeri has developed a genomic tool to monitor subtle impacts caused by the industrial development that may have long-term effects and can be monitored at the microbial level using selected genomic tools. The growing population in India has indeed given us strength. But this also leads towards huge production of solid waste. Efficient management and safe disposal being the prime focus, the Solid Waste Management Division has spread its wings in developing a GIS, or Geographical Information System-based approach for large localities. It has also developed a two-phase biomethanation approach. Exploring new horizons, Csir-Neeri's research to find environmental friendly materials has resulted in the development of novel, functionalized materials for carbon dioxide captured from flue gases to help reduce energy loads, target-oriented zeolite analogues for monitoring and control strategies for organotoxins, and the development of advanced thermal and photocatalytic material, nanostructured zeolites for artificial photosynthesis vis-à-vis control of greenhouse gases, which will result in an alternate route for non-renewable energy sources and will allow sunlight harnessing for environmental applications. Extensive research is being carried out to develop smart nanomaterials and catalytic materials to combat hazardous diesel exhaust emissions and reduction of nitrogen oxide by hydrocarbons. Mathematical modeling of environmental systems using state-of-the-art hardware and software at Csir-Neeri is one of the very important tools in evolving a solution for environmental management. Scientists at Csir-Neeri have developed GIS-based computational software for prediction studies of different environmental pollutants. Remote sensing satellite image analysis tools are also extensively employed by Csir-Neeri for land use analysis and planning. Some future areas of research at Csir-Neeri include development of digital water quality monitors and membrane technology for wastewater recycle and reuse. Csir-Neeri has recently bagged some of the prestigious national and international projects with agencies like IOCL, NTPC, Kalpasar, WHO, EPA and ALCOA of the United States. Team Csir-Neeri is marching ahead with full vigor and vitality under its present leadership towards achieving sustainable development.